Right, let's have a proper chat, shall we? Most men think they're rather good in the bedroom, but here's the uncomfortable truth I've learnt after 25 years working as a urologist. When it comes to using your hands, the vast majority of you are getting it spectacularly wrong. Not because you're rubbish at it, but because nobody's ever actually taught you properly. Fingering isn't just about physical stimulation, it's about connection, trust, and genuine intimacy. Done correctly, your hands can unlock levels of pleasure and closeness that'll transform your relationship. But here's what most men don't realize. You're treating it like a quick warm-up when it should be the main event. The thing that unlocks her deepest arousal and makes her feel absolutely cherished. So today, I'm going to explain exactly how to do this properly, respectfully, clearly, and with over 25 years of clinical experience behind me. Now, before we crack on, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from. I absolutely love seeing men from all corners supporting each other. Right, let's get into it. Here's the truth that most men never hear, and it's quite shocking really. Women don't climax from penetration alone. In fact, research shows that fewer than 20% of women reliably orgasm from intercourse without additional stimulation. That means if you're relying solely on the in and out motions, you're leaving roughly 80% of her pleasure completely untapped. Your fingers, on the other hand, can bend, adjust pressure, find precise angles, and adapt in ways no other part of your body can. They're your most versatile tool, but only if you learn to use them with proper respect and skill. Now, I know some of you watching might be thinking, well, I've been doing this for years, surely I know what I'm doing. But trust me, after treating thousands of men throughout my career, from their 30s right through to their 70s, I can tell you that most struggle not because their bodies have failed them, but because they were never taught the real science of intimacy. That's what this channel's all about. Helping men not just perform better, but connect deeper, love longer, and reclaim that confidence that age and life stresses might have stolen from you. Today we're tackling one of the most misunderstood yet powerful skills a man can have. Mastering your hands in the bedroom. I'm going to walk you through 5 incredibly effective moves. Not just physical techniques, mind you, but complete approaches that'll make your partner feel desired, safe, and yes, quite possibly scream with pleasure. Now, many of you commented asking for more visual guidance, and whilst I can't demonstrate explicitly on camera, I'm going to describe these techniques so clearly that you'll be able to visualize exactly what to do. Think of it like this: I'm painting you a detailed picture with words. So, pay close attention. Let's count them down, starting with number 5. The warm-up isn't optional. It's absolutely everything. Most men think foreplay is just the appetizer before the main course. Dead wrong, I'm afraid. For women, arousal is a slow burn, not a light switch you can flick on. Biologically speaking, blood flow takes considerable time to build in the clitoris, labia, and vaginal entrance. Without this natural process, your touch will feel irritating rather than intoxicating. Think about it like this. Imagine someone grabbing a sensitive part of your body before you're ready. Uncomfortable, isn't it? Emotionally, when you slow down and really take your time, you're sending her a powerful message. You're saying, "You matter to me. I want all of you, not just the physical bits." That builds genuine trust and safety. Practically speaking, start well away from the genital area. Explore her neck, her back, her arms, her thighs. Let your hands linger and wander slowly. Don't rush this. That anticipation you're building makes the eventual touch 10 times more powerful and pleasurable. Skip this crucial step, and I guarantee nothing else you do will land the way you're hoping. I've seen this mistake cost men their intimacy countless times. Picture your hand moving like a gentle wave across her skin. Soft, unhurried, with intent, but without urgency. You're not heading somewhere. You're enjoying the journey itself. Move number 4, Precision absolutely beats force every single time. Here's a mistake I see constantly in my practice. Men go far too fast, far too hard, far too soon. Now listen carefully. The clitoris is the most sensitive structure in the entire human body, containing over 8,000 nerve endings. That's more than double what's in the penis. Let that sink in for a moment. Biologically, applying direct pressure too early completely overwhelms those delicate nerves. It's like shining a bright torch directly in your eyes when you've just woken up in a dark room. Rather unpleasant, isn't it? Emotionally, she'll tense up, possibly even shut down entirely, because the body simply cannot relax into discomfort. Practically, think featherlight at first. I mean genuinely gentle. Trace the edges, circle around the clitoral hood without touching directly. Tease rather than pounce. Build the sensation slowly and deliberately. Now, visualize this. Your fingertip moving in soft circles, barely making contact. You're not pressing or rubbing vigorously. You're caressing with the lightest touch imaginable. Think about how you'd touch a delicate flower petal. That's the pressure I'm talking about initially. Precision over power. Always. This is where many visual diagrams would help, I know, but imagine the clitoris as a tiny button beneath a protective hood. You're circling that hood first, letting the indirect stimulation build before any direct contact. Start at perhaps a 1 out of 10 in terms of pressure, and only gradually increase as she responds. Watch her body language. Listen to her breathing. Those are your guides. Move number 3. Rhythm is the absolute secret sauce. Here's something most men never realize, and it's crucial. Women crave consistency, not randomness. Biologically, the nervous system builds toward climax when stimulation is repeatable and steady. When you constantly switch techniques or rhythm, you break that brain-body connection that's essential for orgasm. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to climb stairs, but every third step changes height randomly. Rather difficult to find your rhythm, isn't it? Emotionally, consistency builds anticipation and trust. She feels safe letting go completely when she knows you won't suddenly change what you're doing and pull the rug out from under her. Practically, once you find a rhythm she responds to, whether that's circles, figure-8 patterns, or gentle up and down strokes, lock into that pattern and maintain it. Here's a brilliant test for you. If she says right there, or just like that, that's your cue to freeze the exact pattern you're doing and simply continue. Don't speed up thinking you're helping. Don't change the motion. Just keep that precise rhythm going. Picture a metronome ticking steadily. That's your finger movement. Consistent, reliable, unchanging. Many men make the mistake of thinking they need to constantly vary their technique to keep things interesting. Quite the opposite, actually. During the build-up to orgasm, variation is the enemy. Consistency is your best mate. Move number 2. Going inside isn't automatic. Timing matters enormously. Another common myth I need to bust. Wetness doesn't always equal readiness. Not true at all. Biologically, lubrication can indicate arousal, certainly, but the pelvic muscles might still be quite tense. Forcing entry too early can create micro-tears and absolutely kills the pleasure you're trying to build. Emotionally, if you rush inside without proper preparation, she may feel invaded rather than invited. That's a terrible feeling that destroys intimacy. Practically, always ask first. Communication is absolutely essential. Use lubricant, even if she seems wet naturally. It makes everything more comfortable. Start with just one finger and pause just inside the entrance so her muscles can relax and adjust. Then use gentle curved motions toward the front wall of the vagina. That's where the G-spot area is located for many women and where they often feel the most intense sensations. Now, here's the real secret that many men miss entirely. It's not the in and out thrusting motion that matters most. It's the angles, the pressure, and genuinely listening to her responses. Visualize this clearly. Your finger inserted about 2 inches deep, curved slightly upward as if you're making a "come here" gesture. You're not jabbing or thrusting deeply. You're applying gentle pressure against that front vaginal wall in a rhythmic motion. The texture there often feels slightly rougher or more ridged than the surrounding tissue. Some women absolutely love this stimulation. Others find it uncomfortable. This is why communication is absolutely vital. Ask her what feels good. Watch her body. Does she push into your hand or pull away? Those physical cues tell you everything you need to know. Move number 1, and this is the most important of all. Connection is infinitely more powerful than technique alone. Yes, I'm a doctor. Yes, I can teach you every biological detail about anatomy and physiology. But here's the deepest truth I've learned over 25 years in this field. A woman feels the most pleasure when she feels completely safe, genuinely admired, and utterly unhurried. Biologically, stress hormones like cortisol literally restrict blood flow to the sexual organs. If she feels pressured or anxious, her body actively resists arousal. It's a physiological response she can't control. Emotionally, when she feels truly seen and valued as a complete person, not just a body, her brain releases oxytocin. That's the bonding hormone that amplifies intimacy and makes physical sensations far more intense. Practically, this means talking to her before, during, and after. Hold her. Make eye contact. After she climaxes, don't just roll over and go to sleep like some men do. Stay present. Breathe together, stroke her hair, hold her close. The aftercare is often the most powerful move of all because it shows her that you value her beyond just the physical act. This is what separates good lovers from truly exceptional ones. Picture this complete scene. You're not just using your hands mechanically. You're present with her. You're noticing her responses. You're whispering to her, asking what feels good, telling her she's beautiful. You're creating an experience of total intimacy, not just physical stimulation. So how do you actually put all of this into practice? Let me give you some concrete steps. First, give yourselves at least 15 to 20 minutes before any genital touch whatsoever. Build that anticipation properly. Second, use lubricant always, even when you think you don't need it. It prevents irritation and genuinely boosts sensation for both of you. Third, listen far more than you guess. Watch her breathing patterns, the movement of her hips, the sounds she makes. They're the real feedback you need. Fourth, once you find the right rhythm and spot, maintain that consistency. Don't get creative and change things up. Fifth, end with proper care. The connection after climax cements trust and deepens intimacy for next time. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, "Bloody hell, I've been doing this wrong for years," don't beat yourself up about it. Most men were never taught any of this properly. Porn certainly doesn't teach real intimacy. Your mates down the pub don't discuss these things honestly. Society just leaves men completely guessing. But here's the good news. It's never too late to learn and improve. In fact, men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond often make the absolute best lovers. Why? Because patience, wisdom, and attention to detail all grow with age and experience. You don't need to be 20 again with endless stamina. You just need to be present, respectful, and skilled with what you already have right now. Your maturity is actually your greatest asset in the bedroom. Let me address something else whilst we're here. Many of you older gentlemen worry that age has diminished your abilities or your appeal. I've treated thousands of men with these exact concerns. Here's what I tell them in my clinic. Physical intimacy isn't about performance metrics or lasting hours. It's about genuine connection, skill, and making your partner feel absolutely desired. Your hands don't age the way other parts might. Your capacity for patience and emotional intelligence actually increases with life experience. That makes you far more capable of this kind of intimate touch than you might realize. The men I see who struggle the most aren't the older ones. It's the young men who rush, who lack patience, who treat intimacy like a race to finish. You've got wisdom that younger men simply don't have yet. Use it. I want to share something I've observed in my 25 years of practice. The couples who maintain vibrant, intimate lives well into their 60s, 70s, and beyond all have one thing in common. They prioritized connection over performance. They communicate openly. They take their time. They explore each other's bodies with curiosity rather than routine. Age didn't diminish their intimacy. It deepened it because they understood that sex isn't just about the physical mechanics. It's about vulnerability, trust, and genuine presence with another person. That's something you can absolutely have and improve at any age. Now, some practical troubleshooting for common issues. What if she says it's too sensitive? Back off the pressure immediately and circle around the area instead of direct contact. What if you can't find a rhythm she likes? Ask her directly. Communication removes all the guesswork. What if your hand gets tired? Switch positions, use your other hand, or take a break and use your mouth instead. There's no rule saying you must finish with fingers alone. What if she doesn't orgasm despite your best efforts? Remember, not every intimate session needs to end in climax. Sometimes the journey itself is the destination. Focus on connection and pleasure rather than achieving a specific outcome. Here's something else worth mentioning that relates to those comments asking for demonstrations. Whilst I can't show you explicit visuals, obviously, I encourage you to explore educational anatomy resources together with your partner. There are proper medical diagrams and educational materials that show the female anatomy clearly. Understanding the physical geography, so to speak, makes everything clearer. Know where the clitoris is, where the G-spot area is located, how the labia and vaginal opening are structured. This isn't pornography. It's genuine education that'll make you a better, more confident lover. Many couples find that exploring these resources together actually becomes quite intimate and educational. It opens up conversations about what she likes, what feels good, and removes embarrassment or awkwardness. Let me also address the emotional side that's often overlooked. Many older men struggle with confidence in the bedroom, particularly if they've experienced erectile difficulties or health issues. Here's what I want you to understand. Your worth as a lover isn't determined by your erection alone. Far from it. Your hands, your mouth, your emotional presence, your patience, your genuine care for her pleasure. These are what create truly memorable intimacy. I've counseled countless men who felt inadequate because of physical changes that come with age. What I tell them is this: the absolute best lovers I hear about from patients aren't the ones with the hardest erections or the longest stamina. They're the men who make their partners feel completely desired, utterly safe, and thoroughly satisfied through skill, attention, and genuine emotional connection. That's available to you right now, regardless of age or physical condition. Gentlemen, let me leave you with this final thought. Your hands aren't just tools for physical stimulation. They're instruments of genuine connection and intimacy. When you learn to use them with patience, precision, and care, you unlock a level of closeness that keeps love and desire alive even decades into a relationship. Age is not the end of your vitality or your worth as a lover. It's actually the beginning of true mastery. Small changes, practiced consistently, can restore your confidence, your freedom, and your dignity as a man. So don't settle for mediocrity in the bedroom, or accept that good intimacy is behind you. Continue learning, keep growing, and give her the kind of love and attention that makes her feel deeply wanted and cherished. Because when she feels that from you, you feel it reflected back tenfold. That's the real secret to lasting intimacy, If this has helped you at all, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a mate who might benefit from some proper, respectful guidance. Drop a comment below as well. Where are you watching from? What's one thing you'd like me to cover in the next video? I genuinely read every comment, and your feedback shapes what I create. I'm Dr. Amelia Wright, and remember this: your age does not define your passion or your capability. Your choices and your willingness to keep learning do. Stay strong, stay kind to yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.